they'll be calling you a radical. Wharton versus Weber State. Wharton School of Business versus fucking Weber State. This is a historic and fucking important video. The School of Business ranked #1 in the country all through the 90s. Now dead last. How's that about? Now, Elon Musk and Trump both went to Wharton, right? Yeah. They're both graduates of fucking Wharton. So when Elon Musk was going to Wharton, I was going here. I was the student professor here. The #1 school of business. We were beating them every single fucking year when I ran the show. I was the student professor. And so Trump does an interview with Elon Musk yesterday, the two Whartons. Now, how can you go from first to worst? Go ask Warren Buffett, who stole our school and destroyed it, and these bootlickers that let him. Clyde Cooley drops dead. Well, they've all dropped. I mean, whoa. So, stay with me. This is historic. You'll get it nowhere. Trump does back on Twitter with Elon freaking, oh God, imperialist Musk. First off, who's running the country right now? I mean, Biden's so far gone, he doesn't even know where he's at. I'm pretty sure he's in a resto, or the equivalent of. So, Bezos, Gates, and Musk. There used to be a picture in here on the wall of me with Bill Gates and Warren Buffett. I had to go take 3 showers. They made me play golf with them. There was a picture on the wall with Warren Buffett and I from the Berkshire 2000 shareholder meeting that Buffett took of Elon on the wall. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Oh, it's not there anymore. Nobody seems to know. Well, they've had like 17 since. How do you go from first to dead last? From first to dead last. I mean, is it even possible? Wharton versus Weber State. So how's a public institution, a public entity, we're beating University of Chicago, we're beating Stanford, we're beating Harvard, we're beating Wharton, we're beating Princeton every year for 9 consecutive years. When Kevin Blanch is here, we'll kick Michael Jordan off the Bulls and see what happens. Because this is the Wattis, CEO of G, by the way, who died of leukemia. So, yesterday, this is historic. You'll get this nowhere. It's important, really historic and important. Trump back on Twitter. Does an interview. Now, I want you to Google, I misspoke, not Fred. That's his dad. John Trump. John Trump is Donald Trump's uncle. John Trump is the MIT nuclear radiation physicist. John Trump is one of the guys responsible and inventing for radiation therapy with cancer. I have 4 tattoos on. I was Dr. Thompson's last patient at LDSC State. I don't have much radiation, but I did have some. Had a heavy chemo. I have AML de novo. I'm a 1%er. So, he does the interview yesterday. Now remember, Trump knows all about Fukushima. Oh, does he all know? I mean, I asked Trump here in Utah at the rally in 20. You going to open the book on Fukushima? Yes. And I'm like, when he got elected, I was at the White House. I was there that night. You know, I took the bus through the middle of the night over to Trump Towers and a B's in. I'm like, Trump's not going to tote the line on the Barack Obama, David Axelrod, Rahm Emanuel, who both right out of Exelon. By the way, the CEO of Exelon just died at my age. Sudden illness. A lot of sudden illness going around, by the way. So, in the interview, Musk brings up climate change. Brings up so-called solutions. Trump, this is so historic. I'm telling you, come on, Trump was president for 4 years. He's been briefed. He knows everything about fucking Fukushima. So does Biden. So did Obama. But when Trump got in, I was like, well, he'll blow the lid off this. He's not going to go along with the fucking greatest crime in human history. I asked him, you're going to open the book on Fukushima? It was on Fox News. Yes. Did he? His uncle, John, you're talking he's won every award there ever was. At MIT. Now, is MIT now the #1 school business in the country? They're right up there. You know, University of Chicago? Oh, yeah. By the way, the legendary Clyde Cooley, who just dropped dead suddenly. Barb's got her MBA. Out of nowhere. Look it up. Under investigation by the FBI. Lee, little plonium to the T. University of Chicago. What? The most famous? David O. McKay building, gutting it. His niece, Fawn. Where's her statue? Okay, bro. University of Chicago. So, they're #1 now, right? Yeah. So, here we are at Weber State, beating Wharton, beating Princeton, and we're public. Is that it? Oh, yeah. Why would they rip that apart? Why did Bill Gates and Warren Buffett? Because then Warren Buffett buys Rocky Mountain Power, and we're still using coal here? Oh, you're connecting the fucking dots. So, in the interview, Trump says, you know, we're talking about climate change, and we always talk about climate change, and we talk about global warming and climate change. Why don't we talk about nuclear warming? What? He knows. I'm telling you, he fucking knows. But, which Kevin Blanch from day one, nuclear war. You don't think Donald Trump's not watched fucking some of my videos? So I guarantee he has. All of them have. Musk. And, you know, helium pro fucking nuclear fucking fool doesn't know where to go with it. Why don't we talk about nuclear warming? Was he talking about a nuclear weapon or no? He's talking about the meltdowns of Fukushima. Then he goes on and he says, well, there's a way, you know, there's nuclear, and Trump brings up, Musk didn't bring it up, Trump brought it up. What about what happened in Japan? What about happening in Russia? He still won't say the F word. So is Trump threatened? Obviously. He said he was going to do it, and then he gets president, he won't mention it. By the way, neither will Biden. By the way, will Kamala. And you don't think she knows? Oh, come on. Her mother, the epidemiologist at Livermore. Livermore's the nuclear lab. That's where her mom worked. Her mom, the epidemiologist at Livermore, died of cancer. Kamala Harris worked very tightly with Kevin Blanch on the shutdown of Senate Opera. Remember she raided Peavy and Cherry's houses? I mean, you remember that? You forget that when she's the AG in California? When we fucking, Kevin Blanch exposed all that corruption and took those pieces of shit down? Oh, yeah. But they still won't. So who runs the country? So then he starts talking nuclear energy, imperialist Musk. And Trump says, well, look what happened in Japan. And he says, whoa, and Trump still won't use the F word. Won't say, look what happened in Russia. You know, you're talking contamination for hundreds of thousands of years because Trump knows. I mean, come on. He went to fucking Wharton. He graduated Wharton. Now, you know, did somebody take us to, I don't know, but come on. His uncle, fuck, I mean, you're talking one of the foremost fucking radiation fucking experts in the history of man. He's right up there past fucking Madame Curie, John Trump, MIT. Oh, Trump fucking knows. And he says, well, Trump says, well, William West, well, I went to Fukushima and I ate some fruit. And Trump says, well, that's why you're feeling sick. And he's like, well, oh, Trump knows. I'm telling you, he fucking knows. Yet he won't say it. If he would have mentioned Fukushima, he'd still be in the White House. What do? Threaten him? Obviously. Remember when he got inaugurated, I'm at the White House. I take the bus. I mean, those videos should have millions of fucking views. I take the bus at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning with the workers into Manhattan, through Philadelphia. Everybody's crying on the bus. Get there right as where Hillary's going to break the Jarvis, and that's the bus drives up. And I walk, the bell's ringing, dong, dong. I walk over to Trump Towers. My phone starts lighting up. You know, I had an iPad in those days. It wasn't easy to upload videos like it was in these days. My phone starts ringing. People are like, hey, a bee's from Japan's headed into Trump. Right now, get over there. So I get over there. Sure shit, a bee comes in. By the way, I'm standing in front of the White House. Remember, the 5th of November. On the 6th of November, 2013, when TEPCO came into the White House and retooled it. Does anybody report that? Oh, I did. You know, so he's trying to pin Trump on nuclear energy. And, well, Clinton, Trump's not biting. Trump's like, well, contaminated for 200,000 years in Japan and everything. And he knows. So, Wharton, Trump, and Musk versus Kevin Blanch. What about, she went to Howard. I used to upload my videos at Howard, when I was doing that work at D.C. That's Kamala. Oh, how about Barry Antoinette Obama? Let's see, who propped him up? Axelrod? Rahm Emanuel, who's the ambassador in Japan? No. They're right out of the nuclear energy crime scene? Oh, yeah, Exelon. On the bank bailout in New York, I bought that status quo, just $7.6 billion. Exelon buys them for peanuts on the dollar. Don't you see who runs the fucking world? Or Kevin reached into the fucking bag and he slung the stone. This is historic stuff. Trump said, was he talking about nuclear weapons? No, he's talking about Fukushima. Oh, he fucking knows. Come on. He was president of the United States. You don't think he's been briefed? You don't think they've been all told not to say the F word? I know for a fact they have. Remember, Barbara Boxer used to say the F word. She used to say Fukushima all the time when she was head of the committee. So did fucking Wyden. Wyden went there. Right there. Mike fucking bootlicker Lee says, I'll get right back to you, Blanche. I'm going to talk to Wyden on this Fukushima. My dad down what you're not? Did he? Did he? They're told to shut the fuck up because who runs the country? This is the greatest crime in human history. The attacks that have gone on to Kevin Blanch while fighting fucking cancer. I mean, the greatest PhD in human history. I was a student professor then. When 9/11 happened, the derivative arbitrage, because they arrested 5 kids on this campus. They were in my class. Let's see, the #1 school business in the fucking United States, and it's public right there. So, Clyde Cooley. Kevin, you keep going after the nuclear energy crime civic like you are. You keep going after these guys. This is the water school. He's the CEO. I says, I know. My kids are related to him. You talk instruction. He says, you're in the belly of the beast. You do know that. I said, fuck, that's coming for you. You're in Chicago. They're going to go after you viciously. Don't you understand? Well, who's the one that dropped dead? I almost did. I mean, I call it the water's curse. You know how many people have died in there? They all fled. Now they're under investigation by the FBI for selling state secrets to China. What? Right back to Bill Gates and what? How does NewScale rip us off? How did Bill Gates steal the here? I thought the operating system was invented here. Yeah. David O. McKay's grandson, Alan Ashton, Bruce Bastian, Philo Fansor's grandson. Operating system, we had WordPerfect, remember? 99%. My brother used to be the fucking CFO of fucking thing. Now, who come in and got all that money and stole that $1 billion? Huh. How did Bill Gates steal the Bill Gates number? He ripped it off from us. He stole it. We had a trial on 11/11/11 in Salt Lake against Bill Gates for fucking ripping off fucking WordPerfect Nobel. Why weren't you there? Oh, I was in the LDSC State Bone Marrow Transplant Center going in and out of a fucking coma, taking San Onofre down. Or Kevin reached into the bag and he slung the stone and it struck the nuclear fucking giant in his forehead. But we took him down. We're still taking him down. Trump knows. We talk about global warming. We talk about climate change. How come we don't talk about nuclear warming? Almost sounded just like Kevin Blanch right out of his mouth. Because guess what? Nuclear meltdowns are hot. How hot is a nuclear meltdown? There's stars. At Livermore, California, where Kamala, tomatoes, fucking mother work. The logo all over there says, I've protested there for so many years. Bringing star power to Earth. The sun's 93 million miles away. It can give you fucking cancer. Fucking how hot are they? Those 3 pushed into the Pacific Ocean. Just seemed lived right. And then, by the way, was I right on the fin whale that washed up in L.A.? But NOAA says the unusual mortality starvation event is over. Finally, another biologist comes out and agrees with me. Finally, they talk to a real one, and he says, yeah, no, it's starving, it's anemorated, it's sick, and it starved to death. And it's a juvenile, just like Kevin Blanch said. But no, Noah says the starvation's, ain't fucking bring us. So, Trump knows. So does Biden. So does Kamala. So did Barry Antoinette Obama. Got to tell you, don't know what Hanford is. I'll keep you, I can prove this. Day 6 of the Fukushima disaster, the wind's blowing out over us. We took the hit in North America. I got cancer that year. Barack Obama on the White House lawn. The plume is coming over us right now. Scientists are telling us it's safe. No need to take precautions. I will keep you in the know what I know. The exact day Cheryl Mills, his aides, fucking emails were coming out, leaked out by WikiLeaks, saying the plume is coming over us right now inside the beltway, inside the clique. It's radioactive. Do not take any chances. Wash your clothes. Take a shower. Take some iodine tablets. Obama lied, and he never mentioned it again until he went on Jimmy Kimmel right before Trump got inaugurated and says, well, did you ever get calls at 4 o'clock in the morning? Like, yeah. Like, can you give me an example when Fukushima happened? Jimmy Kimmel, what's Fukushima? Barack Obama, you know, the typhoon. I know word for word what happened in the situation room. John Holden, I'm the one that put that girl up to the second interview and fucking prepped her on the questions, and he let the cat out of the bag. Make it so. They sent in 32 ships to entombment, fucking, including the USS Reagan right there in Radiate. Remember we had a trial? I was doing all that work on that fucking trial, but no, who runs this fucking country? Why did Chernobyl 780,000 men entombment, including mining under it? Because China syndrome is I named it Delma Argentina syndrome in the early days. Just the greatest event in you. Oh, there's no byproduct. There's no byproduct from 4 fucking full corn mountains and 8 cement fuel pools and a Mox fuel blown apart, and the jet stream moves left. We're so ignorant. People fucking are so gone. Jet stream moves left to right. Fish in the Pacific Ocean ain't a bathtub. That bridge that got into the current right off Fukushima there made it to Gold Beach, fucking Oregon in 6 days. That's a bridge they drive on. So hello, Trump knows. What about nuclear war? Because guess what? Kevin Blanch, these are full-blown events. It's going to burrow into the fucking ocean. It's going to boil the ocean. It's going to break the plane. It's going to cause a fucking chain reaction. The Chinook salmon will collapse on Q in 2016. Why 2016? Because they go to sea for 5 years. The Stillhead will collapse in 2011. Did they? In science, we call that an outlier. We don't do mystified, baffled, stumped, curious, alarmed. Kevin Blanch, the greatest PhD in human history. Tide pools will go first. Did they? Oh, it's just fucking wasting disease. Wasting disease in 2020. Okay, what caused wasting disease? Global warming. Did global warming start in 2011, 2012? I don't think so. It was like this forever. Sure spiked. What about nuclear warming? He knows. So does Biden know. So did they all know. Trump, you going to talk about Fukushima? You going to open the fucking book? Yes. That's in 2016. Did he? No politician will even use the F word. They used to. I mean, I used to talk to White, and I used to talk to Barbara Boxer, Horse Barbara Boxer. I used to talk to fucking Kamala Harris's office constantly. I mean, I'm the guy that fucking gave him the goods on Senate operate. Oh, she knows all about fucking Fukushima in fucking detail. Fucking dead typos at your feet. It's a fucking call, Edie. All my incredible work, including the salmon, including the great whale starvation, now the 75 biology coming out. I did it in real time, regurgitating my work and saying, no, it was a starvation event. One of the most radicals the most radical in human history. 30 to 70% of grays and humpbacks all starved to death starting 20. And they draw the line at 2012. The cancer epidemic, the spike north there, 2012. The flu came over us for 6 days, and they pushed it into the fucking water. The storms rise off the Pacific. How about the heat dome, Kevin Blanch? It's going to cause a heat fucking bubble. It's going to get into the fucking pine trees. Pine trees hold fucking. Did it? When did that start? Oh, 2011, 2012. Every single one of these events, fucking 2011, 2012. We don't do opinion. I used to run regressionary models in that. I mean, the stats. You can plug in. We have the data on the grays. We have the data on humpbacks. We have the data on the fucking sea stars. We have the data on the Upper California purple orchids. We have the data on the fucking fires. We have the data on the fucking drone, the heat dome. We have all this data. The Great Pacific Rim. You plug it in. You know what an outlier is? It deviates from the mean million. We plug all the data in and take the fucking human bias out. First, you hypothesize the knowledge. These are full-blown out meltdowns. They're going to circle the fucking wagons. They're going to lie. They're going to cover up. They're going to do every dirty thing. It's going to break the fucking chain. It's going to cause a heat dome oversight. It's going to cause the Plutonian fires. It's going to cause this fucking the Great Pacific Kevin Blanch, March 2011. It took me a couple years. Now it's come out. Google, fucking YouTube was viciously going after fucking anybody who used the word nuclear meltdowns. Well, there's only one person on Earth doing that in those days, Kevin Blanch. You know, Dana picked it up. He's after it. You know, but I'm talking about day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4,900. That's where we're at. Okay, it didn't go away. Why did they entomb it? To protect the nuclear industries. Why did they fucking crash Rednet and take the radiation to Asquash Genome? They pulled them down. Why would they do that March 12th? We don't do coincidences. So this is historic. Trump said, why don't we talk about nuclear warming? Kevin Blanch. These 3 suns are fucking many, probably hundreds of millions of degrees, and it's been proven. TEPCO puts their fucking robots down, they can many thousands of degrees Fahrenheit. They just melt. You can see the fucking hole. Where's those fucking Leslie Stahl, Lake Bear took fucking them 2,888, what Kevin Blanch told you in the first hour. Lake Bear, who I know personally, by the way. That cover up fucking criminal. Where are these cores? These are meltdowns on 60 minutes. Right there. See those holes? They're in the Pacific Ocean. Well, this is like going to the moon to fix this Leslie Stahl Lake Bear. Lake Bear. Way bigger than that. This never happened before. Where's the energy? It's in the Pacific Ocean. It's safer to live in Tokyo than it is in fucking Los Angeles, California, Ogden, Utah, anywhere in North America. It's unarguable. You plug in the fucking data, the greatest outlier in human history is 2011. We know something radical fucking in the Pacific Ocean. So we have to start looking for the culprits. Did a meteor hit? That would do it. A major giant meteor? No. You know, which is a star. Did we have a volcano like Krakatoa form and coat the? Did we have at least 3 core meltdowns that never fucking did anything? They could have entombed it, and Obama and Axelrod, fucking the greatest criminals in human history, fucking refused to let them do it, and they've been in cover-up mode ever fucking since. What do? Threaten Trump? I'll guarantee it. If he would have mentioned Fukushima, he'd still be president. No, I don't like Trump. I can't fucking stand Trump. I don't like fucking Biden. Can't stand fucking Biden. I don't like fucking Barry Antoinette Obama. Can't fucking stand because of the cover up of Fukushima. Now, when Kamala, if she becomes president, fucking will she? We'll see, I guess. She knows. Again, her mother's the epidemiologist at Livermore. She knows all about Fukushima. She was heavily involved in the fucking Kevin Blanch was shut down the Senate up on the heels of Fukushima. Such corruption. So he said it. Don't drop your dry gas container. Historic. We talk about climate change. We talk about global warming. Why don't we talk about nuclear warming? Wharton, Musk and Trump versus Kevin Blanch, the Weber State Wharton School of Business. When I ran the show here, well, I was the student professor. Clyde Cooley ran the show. It's his school. He dropped dead in 19. Little Lee, under investigation by the FBI. Warren Buffett stole it. Warren Buffett bought Rocky Mount Power. Warren Buffett fucking, we still use coal here. Why? Warren Buffett. We still fund, after NewScale ripped us off $1 billion in SM, we're funding here in Utah right out of your Rocky Mount Power bill. We're funding Bill Gates' Jackalope factory in Wyoming. Why? Because Rocky Mount Power owned it. Same reason he stole our school business. The Weber State School of Business, from first to worst versus Wharton. Elon Musk was going to school at Wharton at the same time I was the student professor here. Fucking, we beat him every year. Well, he got all the money on his Tesla fucking pork fucking grant. What Kevin Blanch got? I got my chest split open. I got a fucking pacemaker. Dr. Cooley, Kevin, you keep taking on the nuclear energy crime syndicate, they're gonna fucking go after you like a fucking wolf. What do you mean gonna? They already have. Little plonium to the T, Lee. Stay tuned.